Everything God does, He does out of love because God is love. And even when bad things happen to you and to me, because bad things always happen anytime you leave the presence of the Lord and get on the run, God will come hunt you down, and He does it in love. There was a man who lived in the 1800s. His name was Francis Thompson. And Francis Thompson was a guy who wanted to serve the Lord. He wanted to get in the ministry, but he didn't qualify for the ministry. They didn't want him. And then he tried to follow his father in medicine, but he failed at that too. And he was so angry and so bitter that he just said, forget this whole thing about following God and serving God. And he got involved in drugs, and he lived for 3 years on the streets of London as a drug addict. And then someone reached out to him and shared with him the love of Christ, and his heart finally softened and his heart finally broke, and he received Christ, and he was saved and set free. And he wrote a poem that was his testimony, a famous poem called The Hound of Heaven. And he said this, as the hound pursues the hare, ever drawing nearer in the chase, so God pursues the fleeing soul. No matter how far you've run from God, the hound of heaven is still chasing you. And just when you think you've eluded him, you'll discover that he's still there. That's God. He's waiting on you. And he's pursuing you. And he's coming after you in love. And even if he has to send a great fish to swallow you up, if he has to do that to get your attention, if he has to do that to turn you around, he'll do it